welcome to Hikate's Crossing as we look at the week ahead reading from the 9th of October. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's going to happen. What's the theme of the week that we're going to be looking at? What's the theme of the week? The theme of the week. Let's have a look. What is going to be the theme of the week? Oh, this one really is pulled out. Okay. So what are you actually holding on to? What are you actually holding on to this week from the 9th of October? So what are you holding on to? So let's have a look and see what the week is about. First one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Interesting. Okay, so the first one we have here is the 9 of Bones. So this could be about maybe feeling a little bit wounded, feeling like you are a true survivor with the battles and things that have been going on around you. This really is about persevering. So you've been going through some really challenging times maybe from the previous week. You were feeling very like you were holding, so maybe you're holding on to that energy from last week. And so things are sort of feeling like you are feeling very much about knowing that you need to persevere, that you need to keep going. Okay. Next one we have here is the 9 of Pentagrams, which is interesting. 9 of Pentagrams. So here we have the sense of an attainment. There is definitely feels like there is there's a benefit. There's a benefit to maybe holding on to something. There is a benefit to it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you, but there is a benefit for you holding on to the energies from last week, that perseverance, that feeling very wounded sort of energy. So this could be about deciding in which direction you're actually going to take. It's time for some contemplation. It's time to think about the right path to take. What is the right path to take at this time? Okay, what is the right path for you to take? Now, this is going to take a lot of courage. This is going to take a lot of courage for you to be able to achieve this. Okay, this is going to take a lot of courage. Okay, a lot of endurance, a lot of stamina, being able to move through this process that you've been holding on to. It's now time for you to start contemplating and thinking about the success that you want in your life. What direction do you really want to take? It's time for you to really use that courage that lies within you, that endurance, that stamina. It's time for you to move ahead, change your perspective. Maybe it's time to change your plans. There's a shift in your plans, your ideas, and your thoughts, ideas, those sort of things. So it's really important to have that shift. Maybe there's a shift in the way that you communicate in what lies ahead. It's allowing yourself to choose how you're going to be happy, how you're going to find that contentment, that satisfaction that you want in your life. It's time for a new day. It's time to step out of the darkness and into the light. You have been going through huge changes, huge transformation. It's really time to let go of what you've been holding on to. It's time to let it go. Allow yourself to create some stability in your well-being, in your finances. It's time for a sense of well-being, to have that sense of stability. Build new foundations, as you move through the changes and the transformations that you're actually going through. Huge, huge, huge. Okay, so I'm going to add a dark mirror oracle card for this week. So let's take a moment to really have a think. Take a breath and think about, what are you holding on to? Ooh, okay, this is interesting. Okay, we're actually going to look at 3 cards this week. First one is Parasite. Oh, to me, that straight away I got that. What is eating away at you? What is eating away at you? Artificial heart. What's making you so cold that you're unable to love? And the last one is blinded to pain. Maybe you're not acknowledging how you're truly feeling, and that's what you're holding on to. You're not allowing yourself to move through the process to move ahead. So let's take a moment to reflect on these 3 cards. Okay, the first one we're looking at is 19 with Parasite. Okay, so you're just going to take a moment to take a breath and listen to this. This is the moon phase waxing crescent. The stage is depression. When the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to another one. Okay. Oh, so this is a long-haired man with a pale face, heavy eyelids, a dull golden chain draped over his forehead. Around his body and through his body, a poisonous ivy grows and clings subtly to him. Sentence: what can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Going dark. Relationships are not a zero-sum game. Of course, using each other is part of the game, but it's quite different when use takes the shape of supporting rather than manipulating or exploiting. In the long run, a good relationship is a win-win. When the more I give, the more I get, and the other way around. Still, it's not always like this, isn't it? Not just in bad relationships. In the short run, bad is bound to happen even in the house of true love. We cling, we bite, we hunger for safety and freedom and support. And on the other side, we get mangled, bitten, demanded on. Well, it happens. It happened and it will happen again. Part of the game. But if it happens too often, it creates a toxic environment. Doesn't matter if we are the victim or the perpetrator, as poison is shared equally. One gets the pain, another one gets the advantage. But the toxic part, they both get fully a parasite, a leech, kills itself as much as it kills the host. It sacrifices the journey to the destination and then the destination to its own failures. The problem is not living as sheep, but the true problem is living as a sheep for 100 years. Okay, the second card we're looking at here is Artificial Heart, number 12. Okay, so the moon phase is new. Stage is bargain. If I don't feel the warmth of the sun, will I blame the sun or myself? A female figure, an android or a robot with cyber lines traveling over the skin like gentle spiders. A black choker of feminine servitude and jade eyes of futuristic indifference. The sentence is building oneself to specifications, steeling oneself to adversity, dreaming of electric sheeps, going dark. Once upon a time, it was a time of flying monkeys. Someone journeyed to a place that wasn't Kansas in order to gain a heart. Oh, such a charming old-fashioned fairy tale. A new heart can be bought on the internet now and can be delivered in a couple of days with a brand new shiny instruction manual. It works too. It gets the job done. It's not a job of feelings. It's scripted, like a job of numbers. Actually, it feels like a trade-off. We find refuge in the rational mind, which in turn gives us back the illusion of control. But we still feel. We still long to live through our emotions fully. We are truly like an artificial knight that wants to become a real person. Happiness is not in numbers, but it's not because numbers are bad. It is because there is nothing that alone can grant happiness and guarantee it. We trade in the natural world for artificiality, and then we blame this choice as the reason why our sky has no colour. What if it's not actually connected? What if it's just an excuse? What if even an artificial heart could beat and fall in love and drown in sorrow? Card number 3. Blinded to pain, number 13. Moon phase waning crescent, stage is denial. I can shoulder it, and it's not a big deal, isn't it? Visual seed. Flies pinned, not pinned, but ordered as bees, feeding off the neatly arranged blood, a woman's chest carved by a blade in a diamond pattern, full lips the colour of blood, a blindfold on whom the last fly lingers. The sentence, carving oneself for every stroke of a whip, and feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole. Going dark. T.S. Eliot said, a fly that lives a single day has lived as long as we. Yet we accept the passage of time like it didn't matter. Like we don't matter. Every day a single line is added to the pattern. A single fly is added to the wall. We take one more responsibility. We take a little bit more abuse. We shoulder a little bit more pain. We smile in front of a little more insolence. We close our eyes to our wounds. We think we can endure it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. We say to ourselves, like men, because it's manly to endure and be strong. Like women, because it's feminine to endure and be strong. Like humans, because the care and gentleness we feel is precious to others, and we don't care to actually claim for ourselves. After all, we can do it, but it actually hurts. It's painful. Tears are better than feeding flies with our own blood. We can scream and say no, or endure nevertheless, but remembering that we are just humans, neither heroes nor saints. So that's it for me for today. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care, and blessed be.